What's up, everybody? Coach Barclay back again with another Workout Wednesday. This week, we are focusing on a very common concept that I need to explain to people on a pretty much daily basis. All right, all different ages experience this issue, and it's something that very few people actually understand. Okay, and what I'm talking about is back tightness and back pain. Okay, so I get people that come to me all the time and say, "Hey, coach, how do I stretch out my back?" And I look at them and I say, you shouldn't stretch out your back. All right, there are some instances where stretching out your back might help a little bit, but let's remember that the muscles around the back connect to the spine, and if we stretch them out, more flexibility decreases stability. Okay, so in general, what we're gonna wanna do to help the back feel better is we're gonna wanna stretch out the hips, and we're gonna wanna stabilize the muscles around the core. The muscles around the core we're gonna wanna stabilize are gonna be the synergistic muscles that help the lumbar spine. Okay, these muscles I'm talking about, the obliques, the rectus abdominis, and the transverse abdominis. Okay, so the series I'm gonna bring with you today, we are gonna use the foam roller first to increase blood flow around the hips. We're gonna roll out the glutes, the adductors, and the hip flexors. We're gonna follow that up with a few static hip stretches. Then we're gonna actively activate the muscles of the core by using the big three exercises for back health. Dr. Stuart McGill is the world leader in back specialization, and he uses these big three for back health exercises as spine hygiene, he calls it. Okay, so once again, we're gonna roll out the muscles of the hips, we're gonna stretch the muscles of the hips, then we're gonna activate the muscles around the core. I hope you enjoy this series. Make sure you hit that like button on the bottom of the screen and hit me up if you have any questions. Here we go. All right, everybody, so first we're gonna use the foam roller to help increase blood flow on the muscles that we're gonna stretch in the hip. Okay, we're gonna start foam roller, and we're gonna start by rolling out the glutes. Glute maximus, glute minimus, and glute medius. These are all the muscles around the back side of the hip. They're the biggest muscle group in the body. All right, glute maximus, all right, biggest muscle in the body. Okay, so the time in which you're gonna do this is gonna vary from person to person. Just make sure when you are using the foam roller that you are calm, you are breathing gently. If you are applying too much force, you're gonna tense your body up and these muscles will not release. Okay, so make sure you're nice and calm, make sure you're in a comfortable position, try and make these shapes to do it correctly, all right? You will get better the more you practice. Okay, we're gonna start with the glutes. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna sit on the roller. I like to use my elbow for support. That helps my body stay relaxed. Okay, I'm gonna cross that foot, all right, over my opposite knee. I'm gonna roll out the butt cheek, nice and slowly. If you feel a spot that's more tender than another, stay on it, all right, and roll around a little bit, okay? So we got the glute muscle on there, glute muscles, I should say. Okay, we're gonna roll them out, increasing blood flow. Okay, this is gonna help get them a little more supple, and when we do eventually stretch them, they're gonna stretch better, all right? So you can spend as much or as little time as you need to. I've got a good enough amount of time on my left side. I'm gonna move on to my right, and I'm gonna continue on my right. Make sure you're breathing gently. All right, back and forth a few times, rolling out the glutes. Woo! All right, got some blood flow in there for sure. Okay, next one, the adductors. These are the groin muscles on the inside of the thigh. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna get your foam roller parallel to your body. You're gonna bring your knee out to the side. Okay, this is 90 degrees. My back leg is straight. Okay, I'm gonna roll up into the groin and out towards the knee. Move slowly. If there's a spot that's tighter, stay on it. Apply force into the roller, breathing gently. All right, you get the gist. Spend more time on it if you need to. Make sure you do equal amount on both sides. Okay, once again, getting that opposite knee up like so, putting the inside thigh on the roller and rolling back and forth. Breathing gently. This side is a little tighter on me, so I'm going to stay on it a little bit longer. All right, you get the gist. Next, the hip flexors. Okay, these are tough ones to get. Okay, but we're going to stretch them. All we're doing here is increasing blood flow. Hip flexors are on the front side of the hip. They actually go up into the belly a little bit. They're really hard to get, okay? But make sure that you're nice and calm while you're doing it. Okay, so I'm going to put that foam roller right on the front side of my hip. All right? And I'm going to roll them and be calm while doing so. Okay, try and get up into the belly a little bit. Okay, they do connect up there on the spine. Okay, rolling those hip flexors. Staying calm. Out to the side a little bit. And switching sides. Okay, front of the hip. Okay, rolling the hip flexors out. We're just increasing blood flow. We're about to stretch them in a minute. Woo! This left side's a lot tighter than the right, so I'm going to stay on a little bit longer. You should do the same if you're experiencing something similar. All right, you get the gist. Okay, foam rolling in the hip done, stretching comes next. Stay with me. All right, you guys, we've increased blood flow in the hip by using the foam roller. Next, we're going to do stretches for the adductors, for the hip flexors, and the glutes, which are the muscles that we just rolled out and increased blood flow to. Okay, you can hold these stretches anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes on each side. We're going to start with the glute rollout, the glute stretch. Okay, this is the shape you need to make. You will get better the more you practice. Okay, this one is called the pigeon. Get your front leg bent, sit on your butt, your back leg should be straight, and you're just gonna lean forward in the trajectory of your thigh. Okay, once again, you can hold these anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes on each side. Make sure you are breathing gently. Okay, I'm gonna switch sides. This is what it looks like on the other side. Stretching out the glute muscle. Back leg is straight, front hip is flexed. Make sure you're sitting on your butt. Should not be off the ground with your hip, all right? Keep your butt on the ground, breathe gently. All right, next one for the adductors. Okay, we're gonna get in the quadruped position. We're gonna take one leg, put it out to the side, okay, and we're gonna rock forward and back. Okay, feeling this stretch right up on the inside of the groin. Okay? Move gently. If there's a position that feels tighter than another, stay in that position for a longer period of time. Okay, make sure you do this equal number on both sides. Okay, this is what it looks like on the other side. Quadruped, leg out to the side, moving forward and back gently, feeling this stretch on the inside of the groin. Make sure you're calm. Okay, last position you're gonna wanna make, it's called the low dragon. Okay, we're gonna get one leg forward, one leg back. Okay, I'm gonna bring my elbows to the ground. If you can't do that, that's fine. You could use a prop if you needed to. Okay, try and get the front shin vertical. Elbows on the ground, back leg as straight as possible, holding anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes on each side. All right, this is what it looks like on the other side. Make sure you're in a calm and relaxed state. Okay, once again, low dragon. Looks just like this. Okay, so we increased blood flow by using the foam roller to roll out the muscles in the hip. We just did 3 different stretches for those muscles that we rolled out. On to the big 3 to activate the muscles of the core and relieve some of that tension in the back. Stay with me. All right, everybody, so we've rolled out the hips, we've stretched the hips. We're gonna do the big 3 for back health now. Okay, these are 3 exercises that are gonna activate the muscles of the core, but they're gonna inhibit your spine from moving while doing so. The first one is called the curl up. You're gonna lay on your back with one leg bent and one leg straight. You're gonna make your hands flat like this, palms down. You're gonna put them under your lower back, okay? So I'm gonna have one leg bent, one leg straight. Put my hands under my lower back. I'm gonna elevate my head and shoulders and press my back into my hands for 10 seconds, okay? Once I've gotten 10 seconds, 8, 9, 10, I'm gonna return to the ground. I'm gonna switch legs and I'm gonna repeat. Try and crush your hands with your lower back. You're gonna feel the activation of the six-pack muscles on the front of your core, okay? This is gonna be 3 to 5 reps on each side for 10 seconds on each rep. That's what the curl up looks like. Next exercise of the big 3 is the side plank. You can do the side plank from your knees or your feet. Whatever you do, make sure your hip is high and you're feeling these muscles in the obliques activate. Okay, this is what it looks like from the knees. This is what it looks like from the feet. You're gonna hold this anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds on each side. If you don't feel these muscles, try and bring your hips a little higher. Make sure your body is in a straight line from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Make sure you do in equal time on both sides. Side plank is the second exercise of the big 3. Okay, one set, 30 to 60 seconds on each side. Last exercise of the big 3 is called the bird dog. You're gonna get into quadruped position. You're gonna squeeze the muscles of the abdominals. Elevate one leg straight back. While you do that, you're gonna squeeze your butt cheek on that elevated leg. Make sure you're squeezing your abdominals. Raise your opposite hand. Pause for 10 seconds as you squeeze those muscles aggressively. You're gonna do 3 to 5 reps on each side for 10 seconds on each rep. Okay? So, next time your back is bothering you, your lower back, whether it feels tight or sore, we're gonna follow this protocol. Roll out the hips, stretch the hips, then activate the core, okay? Hope you enjoyed this series of Workout Wednesday. Hope to see you next week. Have a great day.